What the hell, I started early. Hello and welcome to the stream. Why is it suddenly not capturing? There we go. So we're back with Pokemon today. Streamlabs updated and screwed up some of my settings, so I can't see as many things spec-wise or technical-wise. So I'm going in a bit blind, and it took me a little bit longer to set up than usual, so I'm glad I came in early. We're not starting late for once, in a while. But anyway, let's continue. Now I've got my controller set up, so there shouldn't be nearly as many problems. We're back in summer. The sound should be better. Everything should be a lot better now, is what I've determined. As you can see, it's not as, bad looking. It runs a lot smoother. I cannot remember what our team is. Okay, so my controller every now and then is a little bit... It was early early on my side. Anyway, so last time we got Joshua, our first Pokemon, and the Pat, named after the cat, or Catherine, as closely as I could at least. The Patrat, also it's a female, so it's very fitting. Accidentally gave it ellipses instead of an underscore, but close enough. I say close enough. Hopefully they won't die too soon. We have now arrived in the first town. This is Flochesi town, I believe it's pronounced, and if it's pronounced otherwise, I'm sorry. So, here we are. It's an old clock tower. We can finally get started with this pleasant game. Are you happy you're able to train Pokemon? I'll be happy if I can. Right, me too. You're a trainer, let's battle. Is there an item here? Back when Game Freak used to actually put in an effort to, Did it look fine when I opened my team, by the way? I'm not entirely sure. Stream is a little bit behind. It's like 20 seconds-ish. But that's not as bad as it always is. Like I said, Streamlabs updated, so I had to go through and fix all my settings back to what they actually are meant to be. And that's not necessarily true of all of them. For example, the resolution is wrong. Simply wrong. I'm just trying to get an idea of what's showing up on stream now. Trying to catch any bugs before we get too into it. And there's also another viewer here, so welcome, hello. Okay, yeah, everything looks fine. I just had to leave that screen open for a bit to see. Anyway, I forget what we actually have to do here. I think Alder was guiding us around. Hello, Alder. I'm not entirely sure my chat is showing up correctly. That's interesting. Give me a second to try to correct that. I'm just gonna pause. Properties. It should be fine. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah, that's a bit interesting. If anyone would like to try sending a message to test it for me, that would be nice. It seems I'm frozen now. Perhaps. I already miss my specs. I really can't see them at all. It's pretty whack. Me. Boom 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 ba doo doo ba doo ba doo ba doo 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 ba dwee ba dee ba dwee ba dee ba doo ba doo ba dwee ba dee. Maybe this will fix it. Boo. Maybe it is working. Maybe it's just strangely behind. I don't know, that is... I can't really see it too clearly. Maybe they're just disappearing. That could also be it. Anyway. I hope I wasn't muted this whole time. Let's get back into the game. So far we haven't run into any bad things yet. It's just been strange. So let's try to keep it that way. I prefer that to actually breaking. Shall we start training? By the way, why are you holding 2 town maps? Yes, we have to give one to our friend Luke. Ho ho, it's your friend's town map, is it? Your friend is the one with the Snivy, isn't he? It just so happens he was training his Pokemon on Route 20. Well, if that's the case, you should go give him the town map first. Just follow this road, it goes to Route 20. Okay, well, before I do that, I'd like to grind a little bit. I don't feel very secure with where we are. Also, this will probably take a few streams to do in its entirety. So what I'm probably going to end up doing at some point, I'm not going to say when, but at some point I'm going to do highlights on YouTube. Just cut it up, especially, oh, Purloin. We could have got Purloin. I prefer Purloin to Patrat, but it's nice and weak. So let's grind on it. Huh? Josh, what did you just say? Okay, let's, actually just tackling should be fine. It's so nice seeing it not look bad. Like, it looked pretty bad last time. Just like that, we should be level 7. I want to get us to at least level 10. That's where I'll feel comfortable. Finally, Water Gun. Now we have Stab. For those who aren't familiar with Pokemon, Stab is same type attribute bonus, or same type attack bonus, my bad. Which is basically, if you use a move that is of one of your types, you know, because you can have 2, it'll do 1.5 times damage instead of times 1, which is better, to be frank. Like, for example, I don't actually know if Oshawott is a physical or a special attacker. I'll check now. But yeah, I mean, this one's a higher level than the Purloin. I also think it has a higher defense stats. So, yeah. Anyway, we're cleaning house at the moment, so we can grind quite comfortably, I think. We don't have to worry too much about our health yet. Also, for those not familiar with Pokemon, a Nuzlocke, I should probably explain, is when... So on each route in a Pokemon game, the first Pokemon you encounter, that's the only one that you can catch on the route. If you can't catch it, or if you fail to catch it, too bad, you don't get anything else on that route. Also, you have to nickname every Pokemon so that you're more emotionally invested. And third of all, if a Pokemon runs out of HP, it doesn't just faint, it dies. Like, you treat it as dying, you can never use it again. It's very sad, and it can be very devastating. So those are the 3 main rules of Nuzlocke, and you can add whatever extra rules you want, but because this is my first one, I'm not going to do that. Oh yeah, I wanted to check if Oshawott is a attacker or special attacker. Here we go. So, attack 13, defense 12, special attack 13. Okay, so it looks even. Special defense 9. Okay. Would have preferred something in attack speed 13. Torrent is what all water type starters have instead of their hidden ability. And Patrat, I don't actually know. 10 attack, 9 defense. That's good. You know, we got a good nature because I don't really ever want to use special attack on him. Nature's... Maybe I'll explain that when it becomes relevant. For those who aren't familiar with Pokemon. Though if you're watching this, there's a better chance that you're familiar with it than the chances that you aren't. Anyway, so... Oshawott's even, so let's just keep running around, hopefully encounter something. There we go. I'm using the D-pad on my controller, by the way. And the Switch Pro controller has a notoriously iffy D-pad sometimes. Like, the inputs can be... Is it frozen? I just noticed that it might be frozen. Why did no one say this before? Anyway. It should be caught up now. Nobody mentioned that it was frozen. Thank you to my viewers. You guys are the best. Used water gun. It's very strange when it happens. I need to see if it actually catches up in time. So we're just grinding. So nothing interesting is happening. I'm just beating as many Pokemon as I can. There we go. We're caught up. Anyway, so at the moment we're just beating Pokemon so we can level up as fast as possible. So you missed a little bit. I mean, all you missed visually, because I described basically everything that happened, was just Oshawott's, Joshawott, I guess, leveled up and learnt Water Gun, which is also a water type move, Joshua is water type, so it gets same type attack bonus. I think it's attack. I know what it does. I don't necessarily know exactly what it stands for, but I'm pretty sure it's same type. It's like leaking. Anyway. Same type attack bonus, just, you know, it does more damage because it's the same type. Which is a good, it's a good little element. Pokemon gets criticized for how tedious its battle system has got over the years, but that's a good element. Shin Megami Tensei, which is another RPG series, only really introduced that. Well, I can't say for certain because I haven't played every Shin Megami Tensei game, but I know that they introduced it in Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final/Apocalypse, to improve the Shin Megami Tensei 4's battle system by making it so that, oh wow, so that, okay, it's fine. This lowers our attack, but not our special attack. So it's our defense. I'm done. I haven't played Pokemon in a while, properly in a while, because I don't think Sword and Shield really counts as properly because that hardly gives you a challenge. Also, our defense is quite low now. What I'm going to do, because it's 2 stages low, I'm afraid of getting hit, so I'm going to switch. And then I'm going to try to finish the job off with the Pat, and hopefully that'll give us a bit more experience on the Pat. What was I saying again? Yeah. Shin Megami Tensei 4's battle system, basically your demons could learn a lot of different elemental attacks, and it didn't really matter what their natural alignment or affinity was. Alignment's a completely different system, but what their natural affinity for elemental attacks was, which was okay, but it, you know, it made a Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypses or Shin Megami Tensei 4 Finals battle system a little bit more focused, which it gets a lot of praise for, and that's one of the only things that it gets praised for, as far as I'm aware. I've yet to play it myself, but I've almost finished Shin Megami Tensei 4, you know, normal. Actually doing the neutral run, which I did almost without a walkthrough, which is quite difficult to do naturally, because it's very, it's almost too pedantic about all the actions that you take. But what I would do was, when I say almost without a walkthrough, I mean I would do things as I would in the game, and then after the fact I would check that I didn't break any rules of the walkthrough, and if I had, you know, then I don't know, I would have tried to correct it, I guess, but it never really happened. I was always quite safe in that regard. We're starting to lose a bit of HP, but it's not too bad yet. Ooh, oh, it wasn't even a crit. See, that lowers our attack. Yeah. Actually, how much health is the Pat on? That's a bit low. It's lower than I'm comfortable with switching in. I think I'll risk it, because I don't think we'll get one-shotted. Also, if we run out of Pokemon, then naturally we lose, and we'll likely have to please don't crit. Okay, that's not too bad. A crit shouldn't kill, and we should be faster. Okay, Growl's fine. We've won. But now I'm going to the Pokemon Center. I'll explain basics of Pokemon for people who don't understand it as we go along, I suppose, when I feel it's relevant. Oi. Oh, it's rain. That's what's causing us to lag. It was just the rain. The rain in Spain falls mainly in our frames. Just 1 second. Okay, so my cat might join me. My cat has entered this particular part of the property, and might join me if she feels like it. So yeah, that's cool. Maybe you'll get to see my cat on stream. Please don't make my game lag too much. Come go. Okay, there we go. It's sorted now. It's just the first time. Anyway, back to grinding. We've almost got... Okay. There we go. We've almost got our Joshua to level 10. We're on level 8.5, I guess. There we go. Oh, she's in the room. I don't think she feels comfortable enough. She might be a bit camera shy. But I'm gonna leave the door open for her, so I'm sorry if the lighting looks a bit weirder than usual. Okay. Water gun? How is everyone's day going? Mine's had a lot of reading because I've been going over stuff before my English exam. Not too much new stuff. I found one thing that was very useful, which I didn't know I had available to me, or didn't know was available to me. Oh my god. Maybe you can hear her, I'm not sure. I try to keep the gain on a reasonable level. Yep. Continuing. What are we on now? Did we level up? How much more do we have to go? 41. Okay. Did he say he's like a clown? Somewhat of a clown, that's nice. I'm glad Joshua is somewhat of a clown. There we go. I think there's a lily pups on this route, or maybe it's just... Maybe it's just Patrats and Purloins. Which is a little bit boring. I wanted to run into something a little bit different. There's a factor or an attribute in... Oh, that was a crit. There you go. Critical hits can happen if you're not aware. Usually not for me, but they happen this time, so that's nice. But anyway, there's an attribute of the game that isn't really shown to you called EVs, or... Thank you, Catherine. Effort values, that's what it's called. And basically each species of Pokemon yields certain EVs to your Pokemon when they defeat them. Or is it battle? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's defeat. I think it's defeat. And what that basically means is it defines how your Pokemon grows as it levels up, in what stats it will grow more. So EV training used to be a very big thing. Now it's not so much. Because you can set it up very easily in the new games just using items. So there's almost no worries about it. Oh, I know what was wrong with the chat. It's just because when it wasn't shown, it wasn't updating. That's probably all it was. Yay, level 9. This is the more boring part of the game, but usually we wouldn't do it. But I'm very afraid of losing Pokemon early on. So I want to assure that... No, I want to ensure. Sorry, malapropism. I want to ensure that we don't lose any troopers so early to our rival. By being a little OP. Let's just tackle. So I don't know exactly what EV yields we're looking at in this particular area. I have a feeling Patrat is like gonna be 1 in attack. The early Pokemon and you know, Pokemon that are early in their evolutionary line usually don't give much, and it's basically negligible. And they usually round it out nicely so that you know, you have an easier time through the game story. So like, it's probable that one of them is giving us speed and the other one's giving us attack or defense. You know, just like good stats. But in competitive Pokemon battling, you basically set up your team to have you usually max out 2 stats and then put a little bit into a third stat. That's like generally what you need to do. Yeah, for example, special attack and speed if you want to have like a really strong, often sweeper like that, you know, sweeper being one that can wipe out an entire team as like a strategy. So you try to set it up so that that Pokemon can do that, but it's not necessarily always the best strategy, and you have to adapt. And that's part of what makes competitive Pokemon battling quite cool, is that there's a lot of permutations, and there's a lot of instances that one team can't account for. So it's not just here's a gimmick team, it defeats everything. That unfortunately does not happen very much. Is my screen updating fine? Doesn't look like it. Okay, there we go. I think it might have got stuck for a bit there. I don't know when. I have to keep an eye on that. I already do. But I mean, this isn't going to be relatively action-packed, so listening to my description is probably more engaging than actually seeing the same thing over and over again. We're just attacking Pokemon and then, you know, going about it over and over again. Growing. What are our moves looking like? You have to watch out for if... I think we can talk to this trainer now. I don't think he'll battle us. Hey, you know about ledge jumping? Yes, I do. Don't explain it to me. I guess you would know you can jump. You still explained it. Hate that about Pokemon. They still think it's completely for little children. I don't know what their demographic really is at this point. They should look into making it better. Broadening their demographic. Oh, slow down. There we go. Maybe I'll turn off animations if people don't want to see them, but I quite enjoy animations. It's half of the experience at this point. Soundtrack in this game is really good, and now that the sound isn't so wonky all the time, I feel like we can actually appreciate it. You don't want to battle me. Hey, you know what? I'm searching for Pokemon. That's right. If you don't want to meet Pokemon, avoid the tall grass. Okay, so these people are just meant to give us a bit of information that wasn't really that necessary. If you guys think I should turn up the game audio, say so, by the way. Okay, so we're running not really low, I'd say, but we're starting to run out of a lot of our water guns. If you look at our power points, which is what PP stands for in the bottom screen, where it says, you can see now 15 out of 25. And when that hits 0, we can't use that move until we restore it either from a Pokemon Center, or using an Ether or an Elixir, or some, I think it's Lepa Berry. Yeah, that's it. And once all of our moves hit 0, then we can only struggle, which is a normal type move that doesn't do much damage and does recoil. So you won't necessarily get stuck in battle and necessarily lose, but it won't be to your benefit. So, especially in this Nuzlocke, we want to avoid hitting struggle. Like us really just wandering around the room. But we're good for now, so I wouldn't worry too much. We use 2 water guns per battle, and we still have 14 or 15. Did I finish it with a tackle? Can't remember. 15. So yeah, we're fine for another like 7 battles. And we'll already have hit level 10 by then. Yeah, see, look, sometimes we only use 1. Perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Just wanna... Nah, there's nothing's really been cut off there. It's fine. Okay, my game capture's doing a little funny. Let me just... There we go. Is it capturing fine now? Seems to be. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're almost done grinding Joshua up to level 10. Then we can start doing the pat. This is why I think the series is going to go on for a while. especially because we can't buy the items that basically break the game this early on. I think after the first gym, it'll go a lot faster. We'll probably be fine, so don't worry too much if you're bored at the moment. I actually wanted to run an idea past everyone. I was thinking, because I promote reading and English and literature consumption in general, perhaps I could dedicate Sundays to a nice chill stream of me reading some public domain works like Dracula or Sherlock Holmes. Oh, my cat's jumped onto the windowsill, how nice. If anyone would be interested in 1 hour of just relaxed, laid back reading, and they can say that they read those books to their friends as a sort of audiobook. And then they're saved on YouTube as a free way to consume that book. And it's public domain, so it's like not illegal. It's not a legal creation of the work, which is important. I'll definitely double check the legality if people would actually like to see that. And if there's something else that I want to read that isn't public domain, I can always reach out to the respective owners of those things. I mean, it's just me amateurishly reading some books that I hopefully enjoy. Warts and all in my reading. In terms of my reading. We've all heard how I speak a little bit strangely at times. My accent is a little bit skewed. That's a polite way of saying it has no clear origin or alignment. Okay, after this battle should do it. Maybe not. Scratch. These are some high octane battles. This game is still more entertaining than Pokémon Sword and Shield. Oh, there we go. We got a lot more for that one than I thought we would. Last time we got 8. Level 10! Okay, we can train the Pat now. But I'll still have Joshua on reserve. Which is why I just want to heal quickly. It is also quite hilarious if we go in here and it's just suddenly raining. I always find that funny. I suppose I like that about the wild areas, that you could check the weather day to day. And certain days were locked into specific weather, so if you were a time traveler, then you could ensure that you wanted the right, that you got the right weather for any captures that you wanted to do, or abilities that you wanted to take advantage of in raids. I don't know if weather actually played into raids. I didn't play it enough to say for sure. Now let's train the Pat, and this is going to be a little bit more difficult because our Joshua was already a few levels higher, but this one is basically just already there. We also can't buy repels yet, so okay, this is okay. We can't. Okay, well we just did nothing that turn because she lowered my defense and I lowered her defense. So I'd be better off just straight up tackling now. Okay. How much does that scratch do? 3? Okay, how much does my tackle do? More than 3. This is gonna be... Okay, lowering my attack. That's not nice. But you are wasting a turn. Okay, see, it didn't make that much of a difference. This one should still kill you regardless. Maybe? Hopefully. Now that you've lowered my attack again. You can lower attack, or you can lower any stat up to 6 times. Including evasiveness, which is strange because that's not an explicit stat. As in, it doesn't have an explicit value on your Pokemon. But I think it's derived from speed. And size? I really don't know. I should look into that. I've always been curious about how they get that. How they decide when you evade a move. It plays into... can I check the... This is an old school, slightly older Pokemon game. So I don't know if they had... it so that I could check the... Yeah, I can't check the properties of a move while I'm in the battle screen, but if I go here and I go check moves, you can see accuracy 100, accuracy 100, also very low attack values, but when those are less than 100, then there's a chance that they'll miss without any status effects or anything in play or at play. So anyway, this is a weak Patrat, so let's just tackle. But then you can use moves to make it so that your accuracy falls and your evasiveness rises, and that changes things up a little bit. There was actually a glitch in the original games. Not so much a glitch, but a bug. Even if a move had 100 accuracy, which means that it shouldn't miss under normal circumstances, there was still a chance that it would miss. I've forgotten the exact details as to why, but it had something to do with, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with overflow. It's like when it calculated if a move would hit, and it took the maths of the, it did the maths for calculating that chance. When it took the accuracy stat, it like overflowed or something. Yes, I know what accuracy is. But if you're explaining for everyone else, that's nice of you. But I know what accuracy is. But I'm saying evasiveness isn't like shown anywhere in particular. Is it just derived from accuracy? Is it calculated differently from game to game? I know that it is, at least in the originals, because they had to fix that issue. Also, you'll be happy to see, I know this is the first time you're commenting on the stream, so I'm assuming you've just joined. You'll see that it's running a lot better. And I'm using controller. So I'm not going to be as much of a scrub with the controls. We're just grinding at the moment, by the way. To make sure I don't fail the Nuzlocke immediately, because I don't have access to any of the X items, and I don't have access to repels. So, rival battles and trainer battles and wild battles all scare me at the moment. Maybe I should do a Shin Megami Tensei Nuzlocke. That's so bad. That would be ridiculous. Ridiculously difficult. Must they easy? Oh, bite. It's not stab. It doesn't become stab because I think Patrat evolves into Watchog, which is normal fighting? Is it normal fighting or normal dark? I really can't remember now. Or does it stay normal type? It probably stays normal type, actually. Bite is not going to be more effective against this Purloin, so I'm still going to go with Tackle. At least we get the stab with Tackle. We're still good? Oh, that was a crit. Yeah, never mind. We're definitely good. No need to worry yet. Level 6. I'll get the Pat up to level 8. Not quite as long as we spent grinding on Joshua. But I am gonna quickly go heal. Who wants to mention their favorite Pokemon OST? What game has the best music? At the moment, for me, it's Sinnoh. Because it's the jazziest. Just normal, thanks. I was pretty sure it was just normal. What was I gonna say now? Yeah, so Sinnoh has like the jazziest OST. Is it frozen again? I didn't notice if it is. It looks like it is for me. No, never mind, it isn't. I experienced some drift there. Okay, everything looks good. Jazziest album is Sinnoh. I really liked Alola's music, so Sun and Moon. It had some proper bops in it. Sword and Shield didn't have a bad soundtrack, but it was too limited. There weren't enough themes. Some of them were really good. I especially like the Ice Towns music. I've forgotten all the town names because really that game didn't make such a lasting impression on me. But I did enjoy... Oh, that's my cat. I did enjoy that Ice Towns theme. And the gym battle theme. Ooh, and also the battle theme against, oh, spoilers, Chairman Rose. I was thinking of Goku, it's also Goku Rose, but they put the accent on the E. But the battle theme against him is really sick. Gen 5 has good music though, which is this game, so I look forward to hearing some of them tunes again. John, would be nice if each Pokemon game came with like a mini app or like a setting where you could just go through the OST that you've already heard in game thus far. That'd be great, and you can put it in sleep mode, your Switch or your 3DS or your DS or your Game Boy or whatever. It'd be nice if any of them had that, and then you could just listen to it. I think that would be a lot better. And I know Nintendo was recently on a purge of, you know, their music on YouTube. So they started taking down a lot of those videos that had Pokemon and like Nintendo OSTs. R.I.P. Smash Fan. I can't remember what his name was, but he had a lot of them. Super Smash Fan, something like that. And they uploaded some of Mystery Dungeon's music to their YouTube channel, which was interesting. It was like not all of it, but you know, they released some themes and that was cool. Only one more level. But if they just put their stuff on Spotify, I would listen to it. I know you can buy the Pokemon soundtracks on iTunes. That's the only place I've seen them. But if they just let you stream it on Spotify or YouTube Music, which is what I've been using a lot more now since they're phasing out Google Play Music. YouTube Music is actually pretty great. I recommend people. It's cheaper. It's really cheap if you have a family plan. Comes with Google Play Music, and you know, it's good. It's actually they've improved the interface. They've improved the service overall. It's still not perfect, but it's pretty great. A lot of stuff on there, especially since a lot of videos that contain music are just automatically put on there if they're labeled as music, which is a lot faster than waiting for a YouTube musician or a musician who uploads to YouTube to put it on streaming services normally. Streaming services. Streaming services. Funny ways Josh pronounces words. The Pat is doing pretty well so far. Luke, would you mind telling me if you feel like it, what Eevee's Purloin and Patrat yield? I'm just curious. You don't have to, but I mean, it'd be nice. Maybe I'll get some bots in the chat that can do this stuff for me. There's a Discord bot that lets you basically play Pokemon, but like a really simplified version of it on Discord. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got some slowdown there. You know, I don't know why we're getting so much slowdown all of a sudden. Maybe if I just pause and unpause the emulation. Yeah, there we go, it sorted itself out. That was probably just my RAM clogging up for a second. Something like that. So one of the things I did to make it show up better is switched it to OpenGL 3.2, which I believe is a C++ library of, no, sorry, it's not a library, it's oh, I can't remember the name for it now. Basically, it's an interface. And C++ is very technical about its memory. Ooh, my capture stopped. There we go. I see, I'm keeping an eye on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the emulation on this can sometimes be a little bit, you know, it can run into issues. Yeah, I fixed it. Don't worry, I fixed it as soon as I noticed. I'm sorry that wasn't sooner, but you know. I have to be cognizant of these things in order to correct them. So as soon as I was aware of it, I corrected it. Yeah, we're still fine for health. Especially since we're getting stronger as we go. Okay, we're growing a little bit. I just want to heal quickly. We don't want to hit a situation of any kind. Also, I know people complain about the delay, but it just feels longer than it is. I think it's up to 20 seconds. I think I have it locked at 20 seconds actually, just so that if anything goes wrong, it can still catch up nicely. Or something like that. I don't know exactly what the point of setting it at exactly 20 seconds is. But 20 seconds really isn't that bad. Maybe I'll lower it to like 15 or 10 seconds just to be safe. Patrat yields 1 attack. Eevee Purloin yields 1 speed. Ah, I got it exactly right earlier. That's what I suspected, so that's pretty good. It can be quite intuitive. Usually the Eevee that they yield is like their best stats. Like I remember I was Eevee training on Pelipper's once. I think they yield 3 special defense. Oh, I haven't checked what Patrat has. The Pat summary. Keen Eye. Yeah, that's alright. It's not bad. I'll take it. What are his possible abilities? I don't think one of them is Moxie, because Moxie is just really good. I hope we get a Sandile. I think Sandile's other ability also prevents accuracy being lowered. So that's funny. It either prevents accuracy from being lowered, or if accuracy is lowered, it raises its attack. I haven't checked in a long time. Yay! We're level 8. Ooh, and we learned Bide. What a wonderful move for a Nuzlocke. I'm being ironic. That is a gambling move. Let's heal up and then we'll try to fight our rival. Let's go. What's this girl gonna say? Probably tutorial stuff, so I'm not gonna bother. Pigtail girl. Pigtail girl. That's where I want. I don't know why I made that link. It's also considered one of the worst. Oh, flip. No, I actually double tapped A. It's also considered one of the worst Weezer songs. And while it is against all their messages, I mean, from a musical standpoint, it's also one of their weaker ones. Just purely musical, it's really boring. They have much better music. One of my personal favorites being Island on the Sun. Actually, no, wait, hold on, that's a different song. Keen Eye is the best. Okay. What's its alternative? Oh, we're on a new route as well. We should capture our second Pokemon. I'm gonna switch Pokemon. Does it have a second ability? I'm not actually sure. It might. I know Lillipup probably has pickup. Pokemon battles begin when eyes meet. That's the rule for trainers. Okay, we're going into our first battle, it seems. Well, it's the second battle, I guess, because we had that one against our rival. You can tell how much you did. I liked when they introduced that the NPCs' heads kind of turned to where you were looking, or not to where you're looking, but when you were getting close to them, they turned to look at you. And it did that sort of a black box effect. I think Sun and Moon gets underrated a lot of the time. It really was, like, really good for the 3DS games. Ooh, it's raining as well, so our water type attack will get a boost. And if we had Swift Swim, we'd be even faster. Ha! One shot. Don't need to worry about fainting yet. And we got some money. Let's capture... Okay, well, what's down here? Oh, nothing. It's one of the ledge things. So let's go straight into another battle. And then we can capture the Pokemon for this route. Have you seen my cute Pokemon? Take a look. I will take a look. Oh, okay. Runaway isn't bad, especially for a Nuzlocke. But I don't know what Illuminate does. Does that raise accuracy in caves? It's the only thing I can guess. I don't recall Purloin having a very good special defense, so, you know, that should definitely kill. There we go. Lass Isabel. Lass. Cool detail from the first games. Okay, let's capture a Pokemon first. But a cool detail from the first games. Please don't also be Patrat. Ah, I actually like Swaddle. I actually like this Pokemon whose name I don't really... but it's level 2. It's level 2. But we should definitely be able to capture this thing. It has a really high capture rate, I believe. Oh, hey, don't run away from me. Two, 3 quartz. Yeah, there we go. We're not wasting time. What should we name it? I don't mind the Swaddle line. Since this Pokemon makes its own clothes out of leather, is popular among designers, I'm guessing is what that said because I skipped. Anyway, yeah. What should we call it? Oh, that's the opposite of Runaway, basically. That's hilarious. That's really bad. It's really bad for our purposes. What shall we call this? We've named something after Luke. We've named something after Catherine. We haven't named anything after Ricardo. Would he be offended? The answer is yes, and I like that. Oh wait, I know, it's a girl, so we'll call it Jill Cop. Where's I? Oh, that's not I. Jill Cop. There we go. You can't tell me he'll be upset with that. You can't be upset with that. Anyway, that's what he's named after. No, I mean, that's his namesake now. What do we get? A Paralyze Heal. It's pretty useless. We have to grind up the Swaddle if we don't want it to die. But we'll worry about that later. We're fine for now. Maybe I'll do it off camera, actually. Feel this boiling spirit. My Patrat is gonna amaze you. Does Sunkern appear when it's raining? Sunkern... I'm trying to remember what Sunkern actually evolves into. Sunkern, then it's the Sunflora. I remembered. Is Sunflora even good? I think I prefer using Gen 5 Pokemon in a Gen 5 game anyway. So I have no qualms with getting Swaddle. Oh, you're not gonna let me down. Come on, a kid without a single gym badge continuing on past here. Battle with some trainers and Pokemon in this area, then battle some more. Douche. Yeah, I know this will set us back a lot, but hey. Oh wait, that didn't help at all. I thought that would somehow get us there. Do you have to... How do you get that? Oh, sorry, it's slowing down a little bit. Excuse me? Oh, there's Sunkern. A writer off. I'm unaware of what you're meaning. Is there a ledge somewhere nearby? That's weird. Ah, there we go. Oh, and this is technically another area. So we can catch a Pokemon here. Let's do it. Maybe we'll... Yeah, okay, we'll start with... right off. Woo, 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 woo. Happy to see that. It shouldn't have an electric attack. I'm gonna go for... It shouldn't have an electric attack. Please don't. It might have Thunder Shock. But it shouldn't kill. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. We can check though. Are you saying Swaddle is a write-off? As in, like, don't worry about wool. When cold weather increases static electricity, its wool doubles in size and the tip of its tail glows slightly. That's nice. Yes, we will name it. We're running out of people in chat, so I'm gonna name this one just off the top of the dome. Okay, but when I name something, I actually use uppercase. That thing about Jill Cop earlier, that was just because Jolly Cop has his name with a lowercase in chat. Sheepish. I like it. Or we could... I have a better idea. Remember when we played Frog Detective 1 and we met that sheep named Noodle? I do, and now I will never forget. Oh yeah, no, Sunkern line is bad. I thought it was bad. I don't know why you were seemingly wanting me to get Sunkern. Let's check Noodle's moveset. Okay, well, okay. Nothing really interesting. It had Thunder Wave. That wouldn't have done anything. That's fine. Okay, I'm glad to see it. What are its stats like? Special defense up, special attack down. I'd have preferred attack down, but I'm glad to see special defense up. Glad to see that. Not a fan of the special attack down, though. Oh well. We can't complain. And it has static, which is like a good ability. Now we have plenty of Pokemon to train off screen. I will do my best not to kill them. Okay. Hey, it's Marie. What else could we have... I know there's Riolu in here, and I would have liked that. Oh well. This is a nice theme. Oh, nice! You've come here to toughen up. Alright, let's see how much stronger you've become. Come at me. Well, I think I'm still gonna annihilate you. Oh, yeah, I like the portrait work in this game. The sprite art is pretty lovely in this game, to be honest. I didn't appreciate it when I first played through. We don't have anything to counter a Vine Whip in particular. Shall we just Tail Whip, Tail Whip? They're playing a dangerous game here. Yeah. I didn't know the rival was going to be encountered so soon. If we had leveled up Sawaddle. We have potions. I'm gonna do a Tail Whip. And then I'm gonna tackle. Okay, it's dumb. It doesn't know that it has Vine Whip. Tackle. I almost accidentally hit Tail Whip again. Oh, that's beautiful. Leer. Oh, that's beautiful. Please don't one-shot... Well, yeah, please don't kill me with the Vine Whip. Come on, partner. Shrug it off. You're stronger than that. No, you aren't. You're level 8. When I probably will do a bit of grinding off screen to save you. Ah! Water Sport. What a fantastically bad move. It can't be. I remember when Small 1 accidentally... I should just call him Small. When Small 1 put Water Sport on instead of Water Spout. Oh, actually, no. It wasn't Small, it was Ludwig. It was Ludwig. That's funny. Not bad. Oh, you only had Snivy. You're thinking about how to bring out your Pokemon's strength. I should be able to count on you for backup. What are you doing here anyway? Huh? A town map? Josh handed over the town map. Tuh. She didn't have to do that. Thanks to you too. We just left and you've already helped me out. Oh, it's the Ranchers. I thought it was lively around here. You were having a Pokemon battle, huh? Isn't it nice to be young? Who are you? Who am I? I'm just a lowly redneck with my wife, sister, cousin here. I'm the owner of this ranch, and this is my wife slash sister slash cousin. After a Pokemon battle, you should heal your Pokemon's HP. Right here, I'll give you this. 6 potions. And 1 for you. It's nice to have potions when you're far away from a Pokemon Center. By the way, you didn't happen to see a Herdier around here, did you? I couldn't figure out where it went. Our 2 Herdier are always together, and this is the first time one has wandered off, so I'm a little worried. You're a little worried? Are you kidding me? Your Pokemon might be lost forever. Whatever, I'll look. Josh, help me out. I have to go to have dinner. 5 more minutes. But I mean, okay, fine. But you have to rewatch the entire stream then. Why get so mad? I mean, I know I'm pretty attached to that dog too, if you know what I mean. But I mean, like, why? I think it's probably just playing somewhere in the ranch. I like making redneck jokes. I wonder. By the way, dear, if your Pokemon get hurt, let me know. I'll make them feel better for... I don't like redneck jokes that much. She gives me a potion to heal. I just immediately use her abilities to heal me. Yep, your Pokemon are full of energy. There was a hair on my tongue. Hopefully it was mine. Oh, hello, Mareep. Bah! Oh, there's a trainer there. We'll probably wrap up the stream soon. I don't want to get too caught up in any battles or none. No, there wasn't anything there. Ah, there's the Pokeball. Oh, we've hit another encounter. Lillipup. Would I have preferred Lillipup to Mareep? No, we already have a normal type. Startlin's not a bad Pokemon. I like him. But, yeah, let's just kill this Lillipup right quick. Please get me out of my southern accent. I'm struggling to get rid of it. Southern American. There we go. Oh, that's a shame. I would like to Zooral. Fun fact, first Pokemon game, that I played, Pokemon Pearl. I had a Marill and a... I think I called it as Marill as well. Marill and a Azumarill. Well, it evolved into Azumarill in my team. And that thing carried me to victory. Flipping Aqua Tail. Brilliant. Huge power as its ability. Absolutely brilliant. And also, my knowledge of Pokemon was very limited back then because, you know, it was my first Pokemon game. So, getting a Azumarill, oh, that's nice. For our purposes, getting a Azumarill, let's save. Before I do anything dumb. Yes, I would like to save the game. So, Azumarill was a bit of a surprise to me. I didn't know Marill evolved, even though it was a 2nd generation Pokemon. I was especially not very caught up on the 2nd generation and 3rd generation stuff, because I'd watched some of the 1st generation anime as a child, and some of the 4th generation anime as a child. So there was a distinct, let's do a trainer battle to cap off the stream. So there was a distinct lack in that middle, that 2nd and 3rd generation knowledge. Even though a lot of the 2nd generation Pokemon became really popular after the fact, and remained quite prevalent, so. Lost Molly. Purloin. Haven't we killed enough of you? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson? Old girl. How am I going to level up this Sawaddle? I'm gonna have to switch train. Anyway. Switch training is when you have the Pokemon that you want to train in the first position, and then you immediately switch out into a stronger Pokemon. So that it just gets the experience. Keep battling, I won't have any good grass type moves yet. But we can't use water. Well, we won't use water gun on it, is what I should say. We can, but it just won't be very useful. Tackle. Wow. This menace over here. Already finna kill the run, it seems. Critical hit. That was unnecessary. Ah, level 12. Are we gonna witness an... I don't know what level Oshawott evolves at. I think it might be 14 or 16. Even though we lost, my Pokemon are still adorable. That's nice. No, okay. It's not level 12. I'm going to save again. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. We did some really chill, just, you know, grinding and catching some new Pokemon, naming them. And this, if you ask me, this Nuzlocke is off to a good start. Better than Ludwig's, that's for sure. Although his was randomized in his defense. And that's the only defense he's gonna get. Everything else is completely his fault. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Tune in tomorrow for some more Pokemon. And goodbye.